И всем привет, канал MitrichPlay, и мы продолжаем проходить игру GreedFall Короля Воина. Кирганес. Вроде там должно быть. Если я, конечно, не продал его. Хотя в гайде написано, что надо сразиться. И типа он выпадет.
I need a bit of practice.
Ну-ка, подожди. За нагрудник и маску придется сразиться с хранителем. Он ждет вас неподалеку от входа в регион Стегерфалак. Каменные ступени. Сундук. В дальней части арены. А, нет, все правильно. Правильно, что я опять неправильно понял. Так, подожди. Регион Фрасонегат. Лес древних. Есть такой у нас? Мне надо что-то этому... епископу с этого одеть. Нету. Ладно, пойдем. Квест выполнять.
Thank the enlightened that a captain who took part in these expeditions is right here on the island.
It is indeed a stroke of luck. I hope he remembers my mother.
Do not worry. If his memory fails him, he may have kept his diary from that time.
Раз мы здесь, может, зайдем к этому, к наместнику. Может, он нам динджет подкинет. Мы же его спасли. К предстоятельнице мы как
Your
всегда...
Excellency, I'm very sorry, but I can't let you in. For safety reasons, people from Tileme are not tolerated at the palace. Do you understand?
Yes, of course. I'm so dangerous that I could attack the palace all by myself.
Прикольно. Не дали войти, поскольку с нами житель Телемы. Ну ладно, потом зайдем. Но по-любому зайдем, потому что с ним мы еще не разговаривали, он может нас отблагодарить как-то.
Hello there. My name is de Sardet. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
I am Captain Lissandro. Pleased to meet you. I don't believe I've had the pleasure before. Yet your face seems familiar. How odd. Well, what can I do for you?
Admiral Cabral advised me to speak to you about a matter of some concern to me.
The Admiral? Coming from a legate, I should have expected that. So?
You are the only one on this island that can help me.
Really? Oh, I think I understand. That's why your face looked familiar. The congregation is good at keeping its secrets, isn't it? This story is not a new one.
25 years. 25 years since the Nauts brought a woman who was captured on this island to Serene.
I remember. And yet it wasn't the first time. But on that occasion, a child was born.
So you can understand why we'd like to learn where this captive came from.
Yes, yes. I have seen more than a few Nauts looking for their parents. But what have you got to do with all this?
I met that woman in Serene. I got to know her well.
Listen, it's not that I don't want to help you, but my memory is no longer what it was. I wasn't the captain at the time. I wasn't the one who decided where we moored the ship. So I don't see how I can help you find out where this woman came from.
From one captain to another, if you would allow me.
Captain Vasco? I'm listening.
You said it yourself. A child was born at that particular time. A seaborn. And we always help one of our own.
Very well. I need to look in my old logbooks. I'm sure I'll find something. Wait for me here. I'll be an hour at the most. Here it is. I found my old logbook. There's a passage in it that would probably interest you. Your mother came from a village on the plains in the southeast of the island. I'm talking about a place where the bones of the whale are visible from the coast. I believe the natives call it Vignamri.
Thank you for this information, Captain.
It's nothing. I'm getting sentimental in my old age. Good luck to you.
So here you are on the verge of discovering your mother's village, of finding your own people. How do you feel?
I don't really know. I'm a little lost, I suppose. All of this is so new to me.
I understand. Mrs. de Sade was loving. She raised you with tenderness. And today you learn she is not your real mother. I'm sorry.
Halt! No one enters!
Прикольно. Ни разу сюда не забегал.
At the fiery flasks, you... Greetings.
Так, но зелья нам уже точно не нужны.
I was honored by your visit. Please come back whenever you want.
Зачем нам зелье, если у нас есть магия лечения? Да ёб твою мать. Почему дом такой невзрачный? Тяжело найти. О, кстати, раз мы сейчас узнаем, что мы туземец, можно взять с собой шаманку.
To what do I owe the pleasure of your visit?
I recently found out that my mother came from your village.
Your mother was from Vignamri. Now I understand why your face seems so familiar to me.
Indeed. She was captured before my birth and sent to the continent.
She was called Arelwyn. Did you know her?
Of course. Everyone here remembers her kidnapping.
Could you tell me more about that?
I was not the head of the clan back then. It was a very long time ago, but I remember the village Denegad. Kidnapped by the people of the sea. All our warriors set off to her rescue. But it was all in vain. Most of them died, including the one she loved. It was a dark day, in which our village lost its knowledge and strength in one blow.
So my father died too. Do you know if any members of my family are still alive?
Yes, Slan, your mother's sister. She then became our Donegad. She was never able to match her sister's talent. Too much knowledge had been lost. Relwyn was a renowned healer across all of Tiafradi. Taking her place was not an easy task.
It's not surprising that she was of interest to the congregation. They probably hoped she could help them find a cure for the Malachor. But all alone, far from the island. She was just a young, frightened woman who had lost all her powers.
Do you know where I can find my aunt?
You could try her house, but she's rarely there. She is an elderly woman now, and very much enjoys her own company. She doesn't speak much to me. But others here can probably tell you where to find her.
Thank you, Ulan.
Anything else?
Nothing. I'm...
Ну, у тебя есть тетка. Уже неплохо.
What do you think of the chief of your village?
He seems quite friendly compared to the others we've run into.
A bit too friendly, if you ask me. A little too concerned with pleasing the settlers.
And you think that's a bad thing?
He reminds me of myself when I was younger. And that's not a compliment. My fear is that he serves his own ambition. And this is often done at the expense of others. There's no one here. Let's go and ask the inhabitants of the village if they know where to find her.
The islanders protect their Donegada. I don't know if they'll speak to some Renaigse.
Don't forget, you are one of them after all.
Так, почему у меня курт в пати, блядь? Я же эту хотел взять.
Hello.
Renaigse. Do you need help, Renaigse?
Actually, yes. I'm looking for the village Donegad.
Oh. And what do you want from her?
Ulan told me that she could help me to find someone.
Ulan must have wanted to play a dirty trick on you. There's no love lost between Ulan and the Donegad. She says that he loves the people from your island too much. But Ulan saved our village. Anyway, if you want to find her, try heading towards the western plains. I am not sure if she is there right now, but she likes going for walks there.
I'm extremely grateful.
Угу. Там лагерь есть. Так. Курт, иди в баню. Сиура. Пошли. Слушай, сколько квестов выполняем, а у нас уровень вообще не растет. Видимо, я перекачался на арене.
There's a woman over there, surrounded by animals. May the enlightened protect me in this battle! How do you feel, madam?
Well, thank you for stepping in. I don't understand what has happened. Usually these animals accept me. Something must have frightened them.
We are glad we arrived at the right time. We would have been very upset if something had happened to you.
Excuse me, but are you Slan, the Donegad of Vignamri?
Yes, that's me. Were you looking for me?
Yes, we were. If you would allow us, we'd like to accompany you and tell our story along the way.
Very well. I will walk by your side.
This is the story we have pieced together.
I just can't believe it. Yet, if I think about it, your face reminds me of hers.
My mother, or rather, the woman who raised me, gave me this necklace.
A Relwyn gave it to me, to give to her child, and I passed it on to Mrs. de Sade.
It looks familiar. Your father had given it to your mother when they bound. It's good that you are wearing it today. My poor beloved Relwyn, who died far away from us all. and divorced Tirce. I still miss her so much.
She wanted me to help her die. But I was unable to do such a thing. Someone would have figured it out. I would have been sent back to Ptolemy, and I would have lost everything. So I watched her suffer. And one day she died.
Petrus, I cannot hold it against you for letting her live.
No, you don't understand. I loved her. I loved her, and I didn't even have the strength to end her suffering. She's the only woman I've ever loved.
I never would have guessed.
Everyone loved her, Elwyn. She was marvelous. You cannot blame yourself, man of the light. What's more, you brought me her child. For that alone, she would forgive you if she were among us. All is well now. The child of Tia Fradi has returned home, and with him, the spirit of his mother. You are home, my Magum. Welcome.
Petrus, I wanted to thank you.
Thank me? Despite everything you know about me?
You may have been a bit cowardly in the past, to the point of letting the woman you loved suffer. You were manipulative, and you lied to everyone, including yourself. But thanks to what you've told me, I've been able to find my family and my origins. And for that, I thank you.
My child. What you're saying touches me more than you can imagine. At least I've done something good, for once in my deceitful life. For you, and for her. I hope the enlightened will remember this when I stand before him.
Все, да? Петрус, дружба. Отлично. У нас осталась одна Сиора, которую, кстати, можно заромантить. Надо щит куда-то поставить на панели. На 5. Так. Константин пока у нас страдает. Побочки закончились. А я хочу попасть все-таки к этому главе фракции алхимиков. Мне кажется, он нам должен. Только надо... убрать епископа. А кого взять? Курта. Пусть будет Курт. Кстати.
Karanz, do you need something?
The first time you saw me, did you really think I was a native?
Aside from the way you dress, you resemble a native. I have never seen an Onol Manawi amongst the Renagse before. Is it so surprising that I made this mistake?
No, I understand. And I hope that this singular appearance makes me more attractive to you.
Perhaps if your difference wasn't merely physical, but your heart is evidently the heart of a Renaigse. Anything else?
I'm sorry about what happened to your mother. How are you feeling?
Unwell? I am angry, and I feel an immense void within me. I blame myself for not having been on this battlefield with her.
I understand, and I'm really sorry. I wish I could have arrived here in time to prevent this war.
Thank you, Honol Manawi, but it was too late. I should have realized this and stayed by my mother's side. Anything else?
Do you have anyone? A friend, perhaps, whom you can talk to in this trying time?
I usually confide in my sister, but she's suffering too. And I think she resents me for not having been there when our mother needed me.
I know we've only known each other for a little while, but if you need someone to talk to, I'm here.
Thank you, Honol Manawi. You are a good person. And I'm glad that you are my friend. Anything else?
I've never heard you talk about your father. Who was he?
He was the Donegad of our clan. He died many cycles ago, but this memory is still painful. So we usually avoid the subject.
What happened to him?
He was killed as he tried to escape the lions who wanted to capture him. My mother never really recovered from it. This is one of the reasons why she decided to go to war. Anything else?
I've never heard you talk about...
He was the Donegad of Alad. This...
What happened to him?
He was killed. My mother. Anything else?
I'm asleep.
Да, не густо. Слабовато она идет на контакт. Так, а какой нам... Нам надо уровней 10 апнуть, чтобы интуицию до второго покачнуть.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade, and to what do I owe this honor?
And what of this conflict with Thélème on Tir-Fredi?
Officially, we are at war. But we have never waged war openly here. Of course, we did not rejoice when they set up camp on the Isle, and we expected the worst. But it seems that their only concern is to convert the natives into believing their ridiculous teachings. They represent no true danger to us. At least, not for the time being. And to be frank, we have plenty of other concerns that demand our attention.
I have to go.
Farewell, my...
Не хочешь, да? Благодарить. Ладно, пойдем спасать шкурку нашего Константину. Так, нам надо... Угу.
Well, Onol have you found my brother?
I found him, but I'm truly sorry your brother is dead.
Andevushtire. May the earth welcome him. I felt it. How did it come to pass? He knew every stone on our lands. It couldn't have been an accident.
He had a liaison with a young girl from the village. They would meet in a clearing, and they must have forgotten the hour. Night took them by surprise, and a Tenlin crossed their path. I found both of them, in the cavern of the beast.
How terrible. Why did he go to see the girl in secrecy? They could have... I must recover his body. To give it up to the earth, as is our custom. Where is it?
With the body of the girl he loved, in a cavern near the clearing. But it is a dangerous place. Other Tenlins might still be roaming there, though I did kill quite a few.
I have a duty owed to my little brother. Thank you, Onol. I will not forget this.
I must be leaving.
Do you have any news? Do you know where my sister is?
Yes. I'm truly very sorry.
Oh no. Nah. Ser Tonsidag, please do not tell me that she is dead.
I found her body in the lair of the great Tenlin, not far from the clearing.
But how could she have been surprised by the beasts? She knew the danger.
She went out to meet the young fisherman. The time must have flown by, into the night. I'm so sorry. We found them both dead.
I must bring her body back to carry out the rite.
You should not go alone. I killed as many as I could, but it would be better to be prudent.
I shall follow your counsel, Onol Menawi. 2 deaths are enough. Thank you. Thank you.
I must leave now.
Так, надо взорвать логово, да? Я вроде бы покупал химикаты какие-то для этого.
It is dawn, the ideal moment. I must kill the dominant one before destroying the next.
А почему здесь маленький? А здесь большой значок. И нам сказали, что надо... на рассвете убить главаря, который появится. твою мать.
Here is one of the 3 nests that I needed to destroy. It is dawn, the ideal moment. I must kill the dominant one before destroying the nest.
Все.
Let's see what you...
Move away! Things are about to...
The hunter told me that I would find a nest in this area. The hunter mentioned that the dominant one only came out at dawn. I should come back later. It is dawn, the ideal moment. I must kill the dominant one before destroying the nest.
Так, где он? Жду. Что, это вожак был?
The third nest is destroyed. The master hunter will be relieved to hear it, I'm sure.
Какого? Охотник.
May the beasts answer your calling. The village will at last find peace once again.
Нормально ты квест сдал. Круто. Ладно, мать вашу.
Good day. I'm the legate of the congregation of merchants on this isle. Might I ask you a few questions?
Of course. Our allies from the continent are always welcome among us. What do you want to know?
Could you tell me what your mission here is?
We must return these lost souls to the light, and guide them so that they might receive the revelation. We have constructed the perfect village, Eden, where they might discover peace. In this protected paradise, they can receive divine teachings and join the illuminated, chosen people.
I fought against a great number of Tenlands. One that was quite spectacular. A great white beast. Its mere presence seemed to aggravate the others, attract them and make them aggressive.
A beast sent by the demons, no doubt. But...
Stop taking me for a fool. We also found a journal detailing your vicious plan. I have only one piece of advice to give you. Leave, and quickly. Or the Mother Cardinal will learn every detail of your manipulations.
We shall be leaving as soon as possible. But let it be known that you are abandoning all of these poor souls to damnation.
Perhaps you should be more concerned about your own soul, sister. People have died by your fault. The nests are destroyed, and with the death of the White Tenland, the attacks should cease. And we were even able to convince the missionaries to leave. Katasak should be willing to follow us now. Let's go and find him.
I can see from your face that you were victorious.
Indeed. I put the White Tenland down, who was enraging his kind, and destroyed their nests. The attack should no longer trouble you. As for the missionaries, we were able to convince them to leave, although they were not willing to reveal their involvement in the attacks that caused you such harm.
And so they were in some way responsible. I had my suspicions, but I could not see their reasons.
They brought a particularly large beast here that attracted and enraged the others.
This is what provoked the attacks and brought on our despair. These people have blood on their hands.
In the end, we found the missing young ones. But alas, it was too late. Devoured by wild beasts.
Undivorced tier end. You did well on Almanawi. Now they shall be able to find the rest.
Will you agree to accompany me now? My cousin needs your help.
I have packed what is needed. I am ready to journey with you.
Держись, Константин. Мы уже близко.
This pain, it
It'll be the death of me. I can't control my body. It's like being a stranger in a marionette set ablaze. Consumed by a smouldering fire. The moment's growing near, isn't it? Am I about to surrender my ghost to the Reaper of Souls? You pop in just when you're needed, cousin, as always. Who are you? Your hand is cold as ice.
Your cousin is burning.
That is such a relief.
Let me present Katisach, Constantine. He is the greatest healer on the island. He will help you.
Please, stay.
I am here for you, Rnaigse, and I will not leave until I found a way to ease your pain and suffering. Fill your mind with the patience of the ocean. I know not how much time I will need. I've never seen such a sickness. The spirits of your lands must be quite horrendous to cast down such evils upon the peoples that live there.
Thank you. Thank you, cousin. I don't want to imagine my plight without your intervention.
Торговое содружество репутацию дало. В смысле? Подожди. Все правильно. Так, все, да? Надо идти научную экспедицию искать. Судя по всему, это будет завершением второй главы или акта, или этапа. Стоп, мне надо кого-то выложить. Танк мне не нужен. Я сам танк. А вот два колдуна очень даже пригодятся. Так, куда нам? Наверное, правильно никуда. А как? Тут мы пройдем. Как же не хватает мини-карты, а?
May the enlightened protect me in this battle. your shadow engulf our enemies!
Over there. Tents. This must be the expedition's camp.
This is a rather conspicuous place to set up camp.
Signs of combat. They were attacked. By the look of the tents and the campfire, it dates back several days. It seems they were taken prisoner. I don't see any bodies. No weapon leaves this sort of marking. Perhaps they were wielding magic.
Yes. It is the art of the Donegada. One of the Valley clans was here.
Would you know which one?
One who fights against the invasion of the peoples from your island. I can be sure of nothing more.
Why would they attack scholars? They're not warriors.
They come here as conquerors. This is enough. But they were not killed. Warriors would have been.
This looks like scientific equipment. This must be the Lost Expedition's campsite. This looks like the journal of a naturalist. There are sketches of flora and fauna. There is no doubt. We are definitely on the trail of the Lost Expedition. It seems that one of the team kept a distance from the others. Let's see what we can discover. A trail of blood. That cannot be good. Follow it.
May the enlightened protect me in this
Интересно.
Here is the isolated camp mentioned in the journal. Everything is in order, but the inhabitants are no longer there. Its position would have allowed them to escape the attack.
The view over the valley is magnificent, and makes it difficult for an enemy to approach without being seen.
It is a journal. That of a woman from the expedition, a certain Afra. She speaks of their research and relates here that she felt watched. She feared an attack was brewing. I believe she was right. The writing stops mid-sentence.
These people of the bridge have either just hatched from eggs or are complete idiots. My people are at war. They do not spare an enemy under pretext that they are not wearing the clothing of soldiers.
We must follow the tracks of the attack. They will certainly lead us to our party of intrepid scientists.
This woman was right to fear the Donea Exregao. They must have followed this path coming from the swamp. This is where we should go if we want to find these lion scholars.
A corpse. The clothes cannot be mistaken. It is a scholar of the Bridge Alliance. From the looks of him, I would say he's been dead for days, as we already thought. This isn't the woman whose journal we found. There is still a chance that she remains alive.
This man traded his life for all the suffering of my people.
It was only a scholar, a sage, not a warrior on the battlefield.
Do you think my people see a difference when bridgemen steal our people from their beds? From who do you think all the clans hide dead children?
I lean towards Siora's point of view. The practices of these scholars, so-called seekers of knowledge, are barbaric. Taleme would offer you protection and support.
In exchange for our souls. I think we would prefer to go to war.
I'll search the body. We might find something to help us understand.
Ключ от дорожного ну я его уже вскрыл. Так, окей, нам куда? Нам на болото, да? Зачем вообще закрывать сундуки на ключ, если можно прокачать навык и любой сундук открыть? Это глупо. По-моему, разумнее. Разделять такие сундуки. Так, чтобы нельзя было взломать те, которые только ключом открываются.
Look, those are islanders. They might be from the clan that attacked the Bridger camp.
That's possible.
Renaigse! We won't let you take us. We will not kneel down without a fight.
Харизма соточка.
Wait. We have no desire to fight you. We only want to find the Lion Sages. They are not warriors, but their chief is ready to send an army of warriors to liberate them. If you help us bring them back, you will save your tribe from a costly battle in lives.
He speaks truly. Look, one of them is already eager to bring lion warriors back to us.
All we wanted was for them to tell us where our brothers are being kept.
What good is this if we must leave our camp behind? Very well. Stay away from the main entrance. Our guards will not welcome your arrival.
Pass around. There is a smaller entrance hidden there. The lions are kept in a home in ruins.
There must be a key somewhere to open the door, but I know not where it is kept.
Что-то я не понял, вы что хотите от меня?
I'm not here to kill you.
Tell me then, what is your intended purpose?
We were sent to look for you.
Apologies, but allow me to express my doubts.
Well, after this little swim, you could always try to pull the trigger.
Who sent you to find me?
Well, we were not looking for you in particular, but the entire expedition. It was Governor Burham who asked us to find you. He's worried about you. You haven't been reporting.
You should have said that straight away. I must admit, I was hoping for a rescue. Of a different nature. Do you have a name?
Desade. I'm from the congregation.
The new governor's cousin. Who wears an islander face. I've heard stories about you. And them?
I am Siora, daughter of Bladnid. From the people that your own capture and torture.
I've never taken anyone. On the contrary, we had hoped to exchange our knowledge with your own.
Bishop Petrus, if our young friend hadn't insisted on coming here, I would have gladly let you rot in this marsh.
Behold the charity of the enlightened, huh? This is a rather odd group. I am Afra, a scholar from the Bridge Alliance. It is rather rare to find me rolling in the marshes. I study the fauna and flora of this isle. I should imagine you have many questions.
We saw the site where you were attacked. What exactly happened?
We were taken by surprise. One moment everything was calm, and the next a war party of natives fell upon us. I had an uneasy feeling and kept myself apart, but when I heard my fellow scholars' shouts, I rushed over. Most of my companions are incapable of defending themselves, and we didn't have guards to protect us. One of them tried to flee, but they brought him down. We decided to give ourselves up to avoid a massacre.
What has happened since the attack? How long have you been in these marshes?
We were taken prisoner and were brought to a village nearby. I was able to escape while the others were taken to a house that they use as a prison. I wanted to join the Bridge Alliance frontier post not far from here, but I wasn't able. So I doubled back to keep watch of the village from a distance. I have been hoping to find a way to free my companions, without any success so far.
Have you made progress in your search for a cure?
We were studying some quite remarkable plants when we were attacked. The region is rife in unknown and novel species. Some seem incredibly promising. The local shamans know all these plants and they use them in their remedies. If only we had been able to converse with them rather than getting ourselves captured.
Could you lead us to the village where your colleagues are being held prisoner?
Certainly. We are, oh, so very close. And I fully intend to participate in this rescue. I'm not one to sit around and twiddle thumbs.
А может, она наш новый компаньон? Из мостового альянса еще у нас никого не было.
This is where the natives took your colleagues?
Yes, it is here. These ruins are being used as a camp by the native raiders.
There are so many of them. Better to remain discreet.
I have spied on the camp and discovered where my colleagues are being held. They are being kept in the old walls of the main ruin.
Угу. Но ты не наш, да? Она не наш компаньон. Так, этот туземец сказал, надо идти не на пролом, а обойти.
I would rather avoid unwarranted deaths.
Обойти.
We should wait until nightfall and look around the camp to find a more discreet way to get inside.
Умно. А чё вы тупите, блядь?
Karantz, do you need something?
I must leave you.
Со мной никто не идет. Очень странно. Надеюсь, это не навсегда.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
Faurnde dara grimmederem dam. Osduis arichne stiri.
May the shadow engulf our enemies.
Watch out! Grenade!
Че я крадусь, тут никого нет.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
Faurnde dara grimmederem dam.
Так, обход здесь, да?
I fled as they were about to lock my companions inside a cell. We're going to need a key.
Please, Onol Manawi, let's try to avoid a fight.
Да, я попробую без боя. Но ты же сама понимаешь. Не все тут зависит от нас. И ключ-то нам не нужен в целом, мы взломаем. Так, этот стражник в квадрате своем патрулирует. Сейчас что-нибудь придумаем. Мы уж как-нибудь... Мы уж где-нибудь... Говно. Да ну что, вы гоните, что ли? Как так? Один уходит, вторая пришла. Так. Да, оборона у вас, конечно, кусок говна. Нельзя так опрометчиво. Толпа под носом прошла. Тихо, 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 уважаемый. Тебе показалось. Шел бы ты куда-нибудь подальше. Да как мне пройти? Говно. Я не согласен. Убивать туземцев я не согласен.
Afra, is that you?
Come quickly. We don't have much time. Thank you for your help.
Do not thank me yet. We are still in a shipload of danger.
А, да. Обратно тоже. Вы что, издеваетесь? Может, другим путем? Нет, хотят в лагерь. Надо попробовать в обход. Ключ нашелся. Так. Это поверху, это понизу, да? Ну, палево. Нет, пойдем поверху. Не зря же они нам лесенку поставили.
Now, we must find a way to get out of this valley without putting my companions in danger.
Так, они хотят, чтобы мы в лагерь отвели, да? Но надо это сделать как-то безопасно. Да блин.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
Trokarid, mercy, you have defeated us. Spare us our lives.
If you spare them, they will only hunt us down until we are all dead.
No, you have our word. We have been bested. We will let you move on in peace.
How can we trust you? You attacked our camp when we were not even armed.
They are savages. They had us caged like beasts.
We only sought to learn where you have caged our people.
Spare their lives. I beg you. They were only fighting to save the lives of those that have disappeared.
Very well. Leave. And I hope you keep your word.
Thank you, Onol Manawi. I have spoken, and I will honor my words, qua awalam seg.
Сиора +1. Ну и чё?
We are no longer in danger. Thank you for your help, Desade.
I must admit, the reasons for my being here are not entirely selfless. Your research to find a remedy against the Malachor could save many lives in our cities as well.
You speak like a true man of science. Cut to the point. Then you'll be thrilled. Your heroic efforts to save us from those savages could help. We've made a discovery.
Is that right? In that case, we need to speak with Governor Burham immediately.
Very well. I'll accompany you.
Let's be off.
Блин, я еще не все исследовал.
Sir Desade, and our expedition. I thank you sincerely for having brought them back, Excellence. You are a providential man.
Please, sir. It was you who convinced me and my cousin of the capital importance of their research.
A research that has borne fruit, Your Excellency.
Truly? This is excellent news. You have found a plant with sufficient properties?
Not exactly. Know that during our captivity, an island woman visited the camp. The natives called her Tiena Hack Cadactus and treated her with utmost reverence. I heard them talk about a remedy, a universal remedy it seemed, that she had concocted.
How's that? Leamat radidnais yachtem?
Huh. Well, I grasp the basic of the local tongue, and I am certain to have heard the word yag. Remedy.
Surprising. But the Terna Hach is very powerful and very wise. It is possible that she did craft such a remedy.
О, так, ну Петруса можно убрать. Это новенькое. А с Сиорой у нас еще нет дружбы. Будем качать их. Вождем поговорить. Это могем мы. Так. А я у тебя копался уже в вещах. Угу. Well. Ладно, пошли к... Как они ее там называли?
Desade, I'd like to discuss something with you.
I'm listening.
My colleagues are only interested in the physiology of the islanders and consider everything else to be superstitions. However, if we want to understand how they are transforming, we need to take a look at their culture. The potions they drink, the dyes they use are surely the source of their physical changes.
Why not talk about it with Siora? It seems to me that she would be the best one to help you.
Siora is very suspicious of me. She will never betray the secrets of the Donegarda. But I was told about a place of ritual called Kurganau, decorated with carvings and offerings. By studying them, I hope to better understand what is possibly the greatest mystery of this century. But they call it a dangerous place, and I cannot go alone. Will you accompany me?
Very well. Understanding these transformations will surely be useful.
Thank you, Desade. I knew I could count on you. Let's go.
Ну, не сейчас. Кстати. Офицерский. Ей можно офицерский сет поставить. Круто. А чё ты не оделась? Так, и у него ружье, да? А у нее ружье получше будет. Блин, время уже, ладно. Будем заканчивать. Серию будем заканчивать. Ссылка на плейлист в описании. Подписывайся на канал, ставь лайк, оставляй несколько комментариев. Все, всем пока.